Alrighty, good evening, everyone. It's 7 p.m. here in Chicago on November 24th. We are now in Overwatch Collegiate Championship Preseason Week 9. Illinois Tech versus University of Texas-Arlington. First map is going to be on Ilios. We're actually going to jump ourselves right into the game. It's going to be Illinois Tech there on the left side with the Gumbies, Shockwave Q as the tank lineup, Celeste and Bladed Banana on the damage, and then Home Medic and Alchemisto to finish it off with the support lineup. In terms of UT Arlington, it's going to be them on the Reaper, Orisa, Mercy, Hammond, Farah, and Moira. So a little bit different all over the place. Likely the Hammond looking for early picks to be able to knock any members into the well here in Ilios. Already a couple picks already shown with Celeste being taken out by the Farah. Bladed Banana getting a pick on his own. As the McCree still having a little bit of health in terms of the healing, but as the point starts to open up, IIT struggling to establish themselves. Alchemisto getting a nice double boop there on Woomy and Super Juice. IIT, though, looking like they're going to be establishing themselves onto the point as they are only being met against the Pharmacy comp. It's actually going to be the Hammond coming in all the way around, but looking like IIT still holding on with a bunch of picks on their own. We're going to be seeing Shockwave Q onto the Orisa here. Going to try to make sure that it's important he keeps an eye out against Tomato Lord on that Wrecking Ball. Pharmacy still being annoying there from the right side. IIT's answer is going to definitely be with the Hanzo, with the Bladed Banana to be able to land some shots. Bladed Banana lands one. Hammond coming around though, has the nice flashbang to stop it off, able to roll out of that, but Ultra Polito getting the bounce on that. It's actually going to be the Reaper able to shift just out of that before the shots are able to connect. Ultra Polito able to get another environmental kill. But it looks like Arlington's going to be quick back here onto the point. Couple picks here on McCree, but he's going to be caught outside. He's likely going to be finished off here. He's going to have to reset. Shockwave Q trying to get inside the map, but it's going to be finally there. 54% there with the Hawks. With a decent amount of time there. Oh. Runs right into the Roadhog, but should be okay. Celeste with a ult approaching quickly could try to get IIT in there. Bladed Banana is going to finish off, but Arlington's DPS is all over the map, taking out 4 IIT members. It's just going to be Alchemisto and Gumby's there to hold the line. Probably going to be taken out. Maybe one pick just to see what they can get. No, he's going to be trapped inside there. Going to eventually fall. Alchemisto's going to have to rollerblade himself all the way back to the point. IIT going to have to try a new approach to get back in here. 36% now here for Arlington. I don't know what their mascot is. I'm assuming it's some sort of horse. And I'm most interested to see if Celeste is going to be able to get that angle, be able to cut off the members for Arlington. It is going to be starting it off there. It's going to be Gumby's getting Dez straight off. That's going to definitely help in terms of the tank busting, but Ultra Polito on the Farah is going to get another environmental kill on the Gumbies, and he keeping an eye on that. He's still holding the point strong. McCree's trying to do what he can. Arlington there to help chase after. It's going to be Shockwave. It's only going to be Moira there to heal it up. The Pharmacy is good, and another double environmental kill, I think. IIT not respecting this Farah, not being able to have an answer for her. And the Farah are too clean in terms of that concussive blast. She's still going to have her ult available. IIT is going to have a chance for only one more play, but this is a tight spot. Farah likely going to be looking for a flank ult. Shockwave Q there to count it out, but Bladed Banana is not able to beat it to follow up. He's got his sights set on her. Bladed Banana cannot get into the map, and he's cut off. She's trying to get what she can with the concussive blast. It's going to be the McCree doing what he can, but Bladed Banana still unable to get the ult across. Looking like Arlington should be able to have this point secured for the first point here into control. It's going to be Demora just trying to hold on with the overtime. It's going to be Celeste walking his way through here. It's going to be the Gumbies trying to see what he can do on it, but not sure if we're going to be able to have him get through here. A nice boop from Lucio. Tries to get the members there. Only Tomato Lord falling in there in the end, though. Trying to make sure C9 is going to... If IIT is going to C9 the point by accident, he's going to be trying to do what he can against that. Moira able to get the pick there. IIT, though, cannot secure. It's going to be map 1 there, unfortunately, for falling in favor to UTA. Yeah, definitely. Bladed Banana, I think too much pressure on him to be able to handle the pharmacy solely, and not too much assistance really in terms of the Celeste Hanzo pick. I think only being able to see one ult come through in the end really. Bladed Banana had 2, I believe. Not able to get any with those either. Definitely feels bad, man. And particularly because, it's going to actually be the double barrier though if we keep our eyes on that. It's going to be actually Tomato Lord now on the Sigma instead of the Wrecking Ball. Orisa able to grab a bunch of members, but the May wall from IIT holding the members in place. No members falling yet. It's going to be Gumby's onto that Reinhardt, but facing up against all of that damage, can the Reaper be able to bust through here? Shield still holding at just above 1,000 here for the Hawks. For Gumby's, but he's going to be finally taken down by the Doomfist. It's going to be too much damage, I think, coming in from UTA's front line, and IIT will concede that point. One more hit will actually be able to secure the kill onto the Doomfist, and no mercy available for UTA means that he's going to have to take the long way of coming all the way back to the point. Couple of ults already nearing completion. It's going to be Dez and Super Juice there from UTA, but IIT doesn't have the damage despite the Maywall to hold down the members. It is going to be Gumby's finally being able to get the pick onto Woomy, but the Reaper coming in all the way around is going to be able to be finally taken out, and IIT is closing off this Sigma. He's going to eventually fall. IIT should be able to make a cap on this point. It's actually only going to be a Moira on the point. Just a little bit more of a delay. And she will finally fall at 40%. Oh, and there you go, 40%. 41%. Only capped by UTA. Good use of being able to counter through those ults, though. UTA definitely spending a lot of resources to try to hold on to that point. It's going to actually be a Lucio all the way there up onto the top. He's going to be seeing that Doomfist. The angle on the Sigma ult launches almost all of the members from IIT straight up. No picks to be seen of yet, but that Doomfist is going to be looking for it. It's going to be landing right onto Alchemisto. 2 members for IIT falling as IIT has to make their way back. Gumby's getting isolated. Celeste looking for an ult on his own. Not able to get any, only able to help get Dez out of the game. But May here with the wall, not, I think, able to land it at the optimal angle. I think he was looking to try to cut off the entrance. Goes a little bit too far. Nevertheless, IIT ends up working in the end, but at what cost? A lot of ults being used, only the tanks having theirs really available. Bladed Banana trying to go for another pick. It is able to cut off the Sigma, looks like. Not much more than that, though. IIT wants to collapse on that, try to take whatever advantages they can. Celeste there, securing his team with the backline access. Is going to be him chasing after the Doomfist. Nice shift to get him out there. He's going to still be following it out. Still able to get the pick. Well played there for the Hawks, and they are doing a much nicer job here on Ilios on point 2. Gumby still finally falling, and oh my lord. That's a lot of members falling. IIT finally having to concede the point there. Only the healers being left alive. Alchemisto going to try to skid his way through here, and will eventually fall there to Dez. It's going to be UTA with regaining the point, but IIT at 89% means that they've got a chance to still have enough time to recap the point. It's going to be Celeste matching up with Maz, and with that Orisa ult, actually able to instantly shoot right through that Doomfist. We're going to keep our eyes on it. He's able to get the shot, able to take out the damage, and he's setting his sights on there. It's going to be Shockwave Q trying to do what he can. set himself onto the point. Only going to be a Sigma trying to force his ult just to be able to, in an effort to stop. But IIT still trying to be able to hold the point, 95%. UTA will only have a chance for one more play, really. A lot of members diving really recklessly into out here. But it's going to be Home Medic able to finish it off. Now UTA desperate to help secure the point in overtime. But the members trickling in one by one doesn't leave much room for availability, hitting to overtime. And Dez trying to shift onto the point. Can't make it in. IIT secures map point 2. As we now go into the third and final map of Ilios here. This is definitely a Pharah hunting ground for sure, with a lot of chances for environmental kills. Hammond, Wrecking Ball, could be seeing that perhaps, if UTA wants to be committing to that, but looking like the May Reaper combo was working out for IIT there in the end. Looking like they're going to still keep themselves with it, and yeah, there you go. It's going to be Ultra Polito onto that Pharah once again. Going to have to keep our eyes on that for sure to see if she's going to be able to pop off just as well as we saw her on map 1. IIT, though, going to be selecting the same comp. They're going to have that Reinhardt have his shield available, but I don't think Concussive Blast actually prevents you from getting still crowd controlled with the Reinhardt shield up. IIT is going to establish themselves onto the point first, which means that they're going to be in a pretty tight spot to be able to get all of the picks that they need, but IIT able to close off any entrances with the May wall, is going to be sending his sights onto the Sigma Gumbies. Determined to go head first against their tanks. It's only going to be really Bladed Banana that has a chance of going to have any shots land. But the convenient thing is that because the point's actually inside this zone, fair shots won't necessarily have the easiest time of landing as long as IIT is able to coordinate their shields, which they are doing quite nicely with the Reinhardt and Orisa available. It's going to be the Pharaoh looking for an ult. Do they have to read on it? It's going to be her all the way into the point. IIT does not have to call on that, but they are pushing themselves all the way to the point, trying to see what they can do, as IIT has to extend themselves all the way back out as they finally start getting themselves back in. But is this too late, perhaps? IIT, though, with a quick reply to try to capture what they can. It's going to unfortunately be too many members earlier falling down. And UTA back to recap the point. Celeste with the Reaper ult at the ready, but it's really going to be really important to see if they can get themselves back onto the point safely, as this is an open area, which is a prime spot for Pharah, as we're seeing Ultra Polito having complete access to the backline. They're going to try to see what they can cut off here. The ult going to be able to get a pick before she finally falls to an icicle to the face from Bladed Banana. Celeste available here, trying to see what he can do to get on. It's going to be just the healers falling down, and Lumi going to be the last member to fall down. Only Doomfist available. IIT's damage is going nuts here this game. Nice play there from Celeste. And IIT recaps the point quickly with only 50%. Oh, Lord. 1v1 there with the Reaper versus Sigma. No assistance there except for Alchemisto for a little bit of heal, so he's going to retreat right back. Pharah, once again, providing as much harass as possible. IIT trying to make sure that I think they're going to have to realize that trying to go outside of the point is going to be pretty difficult for them. It's going to be the Orisa ult there, but the Sigma ult launching all members of IIT straight out. Blade Banana is going to try to hold the point out with the ult, which will be enough to keep UTA at bay. But Doomfist is going to be looking for an ult of his own. This Iceberg going to keep the May alive, but she will finally fall, unfortunately. Actually, I think she fell to the ult. I don't think her Iceberg was actually able to go in on time, because I think if I saw the kill feed, it was the ult that killed her. So my fault. Gumby's going to have his ult coming up soon, able to protect the members through here. But again, Is he going to be able to secure themselves onto the point? They know that the angles are going to be particularly hard to secure. I think they're going to wait for Celeste to come back onto the point. Bladed Banana, though, now switching out to the McCree just to see if he can be able to harass the Pharmacy combo. But again, it's such a tight angle that IIT doesn't have access to, but he's going to be able to get the pick. IIT, Bladed Banana with some nice sharpshooting there is able to take out a couple of crucial healers, making a quick cap and a team kill to add it on top of it, in fact. Celeste on the hunt on the warpath again at 92%. It's actually going to be the sounds of a Tracer trying to get herself onto the point. Lucio trying to do what he can onto the point, but keeping our eyes on it. It's going to be Celeste securing himself on the point. He's probably going to have to save the ult. It's going to be the Tracer. Not falling just yet. The Reaper ult only able to take out Super Juice, but the healing not enough there for UTA to hold on. Trying to get themselves onto here. No. Just a couple members holding on here. Lucio trying to hover where he can as we're going into overtime. Hammond trying to hover over where he can. It's going to just be the Lucio available now. Overtime going to be winding down, and it's going to actually be just a little bit too late. Lucio unable to reset the timer, and IIT wins there. Well played for the Hawks for map 1. I think the Reaper. No? Oh, it must have been on just Discord in particular. Yeah. I really felt the team kill earlier would have been really good. Celeste's ult to take out both healers instantly at that point, like... And it was a 2v3 situation too, especially. So, I guess on paper, seems like the Overwatch clients seem to prefer UTA there with those stats, but that's not going to be the case. It's going to actually be still IIT coming out with the win here. 2-1 here on Ilios. There we go. There we go. They are now 1-0. Very cool. So we're going to take a quick break here. When we get back, it's going to be map 2 starting up for UTA Arlington versus Illinois Texas-Arlington Hawks A team. But again, for those that are watching us live today, be sure to say hi in chat. Let us know how your day's going. Is any time that you're taking off for Thanksgiving or doing any traveling, would love to know. It's looks like it's going to be Kings Row being selected here for IIT, but I think they're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, though, Game 2 for Scarlet Hawks versus UTA. Alrighty, welcome back. So as we saw, IIT putting themselves on the board early with a 2-1 victory at Ilios against University of Texas-Arlington. We're going to be heading now into map 2. UTA has selected Kings Row as going to be their map of choice, and IIT looks like they have decided that they're going to be defending first. So let's get ourselves into the spectate lobby. It's going to be let's see, switch things up first real quick here. We're going to be now into map 2 of 3. And it's going to be... IIT will be defending first, so where's my defense? Defense and offense. Alright, there we go. UTA on the attack first. It's going to be a bit of a switch in some of the rosters. It's going to be Gumbies on the Roadhog once again, but joined this time by Brief Kulke on the Orisa. Bladed Banana and Celeste still as IIT's stellar damage lineup. Home Medic on Alchemisto still as the supports. Hearing a couple of sounds though, it's going to the sounds of a holy crap. It's going to be a Bastion setting himself all the way up there. Unheard of. I've never seen this angle before. Insane. Able to actually get a couple picks on IIT as they have to retreat themselves all the way to the hotel. And able to quickly take themselves right to shred through Brief Kulke. He's going to be falling down likely. And starting to establish themselves on the point. Already getting a couple of ticks here. IIT doesn't look like they'll have a chance to actually get back into the point. They're actually going to be stuck inside hotel and will have to stuck themselves right through here. What an angle. It's going to be the payload already captured within less than like a minute. I have been seeing like a lot of videos on Reddit and whatnot of Bastion and Symmetra getting able to, or like just Symmetra's turrets being used in the most obscure ways, like able to work with the Mei E to be able to launch people all the way from Eichenwald and whatnot. But looking like Osh Polito is still going to be sitting himself onto that Bastion. Orisa E doesn't actually land on the card, but it's okay. IT doesn't look like they're on the warpath, or is it? He's going to have to bust right out of the turret mode. Back inside, it's going to be Gumbies falling down, but it's going to be getting autonated. Has a mortality field to keep him just alive. Not going to be enough, though. Bladed Banana, though, popping off here. Getting a couple picks on his own. He's got the Deadeye. He wants to look for the picks. He's going to be able to get it. And he's on fire! Oh, barely falls. And he's going to be on a hot streak right there. He's got to be feeling good for sure to be able to finally hold off the sweep that UTA was almost about to approach. Having his ult available will definitely be important for sure. Against the double barrier, though, this is definitely not necessarily one of the most ideal angles. Bastion ult is going to be launched here. It's not going to be getting any members killed yet. Nice mortality field to keep the members alive. It is going to be able to finally find Osh Polito, and that's going to be definitely all of UTA's damage that they've been relying on for sure. Bladed Banana, though, putting himself all the way around the bend here. Reaper Celeste is going to be trying to see what he can do, but he's going to eventually fall as well. IIT's members definitely a little bit split across the map. Dez making quick work of IIT's damage there with the turrets. Nice use of turrets to hold the line here as they try to push themselves here to the second point with just over 3.5 minutes remaining. IIT, though, looks like they're going to have to try it. It's going to be just barely touching at 0.20 meters, but I don't think that's going to be enough. It is going to be finally capped. IIT is going to have to retreat all the way back. That's going to be almost all of IIT's members dying there and having to reset. And we're not going to see that card again until we... And they're going to be seeing that card again as it approaches the second bend here, as it's going to make its way across the point. Gumby's going to opt out of the Roadhog Orisa combos that they had, and instead going for the double barrier. Seemingly that's going to be the only thing they have to contest against that damage. The stun not actually going to land through here, but Doomfist is going to be prevalent enough to hold them back. Celeste is going to be looking for a couple of picks of his own. He's going to be able to ult transfer all the way out on top there. He's going to look for it. It's going to be landing the mortality field, not actually going to be able to do too much for them. And IIT is going to be just having the Lortler there on that Baptiste be the final one to fall. IIT able to stop the bleeding with Just above 4 minutes remaining here for them to get themselves situated. Nice stun there on Tomato Lord. Maywall able to stop any members coming from the inside corner, but they are still looking for that angles. No hidden flanks coming as of yet, but we'll have to keep our eyes on Dez for sure. A nice knock up there on Gumbies. He's going to actually have his Sigma ult available likely for this last engage, but Dez is hunting all the way through. Blade of Banana is the only one following through, not able to actually get the pick there on Celeste. Gumbies using his ult, not able to get any kills, yet he dives very deep there and eventually falls. UTA trying to look like they want to close out the point here. All members of IIT slowly falling apart. It's going to be a very delayed reset. Gumby's going to try to do what he can on that Wrecking Ball just to hold on. 0.79 meters. Celeste able to hold on. It's going to be the Sigma ult enough to hold IIT off, in fact. And lets them push the point right at the 3-minute mark. A lot of wiggle room available left for UTA. Pretty different change of pace from what we saw from a control point as opposed to the hybrid map. Yeah, I think IIT completely not expecting that Bastion teleport to be able to get himself all the way on top of that point. That's very, very bold move. In fact, because he not only was he able to get on top of this Omnic's head, I think he also had an Orisa barrier to keep him safe. So very interesting choice of play. I'm sure the IIT coaches are going to be keeping an eye on that in terms of potential play. But it's going to be a quick switch here. It's going to be now IIT will be on the offense and UTA will be on the defense here. And it's going to be Dez trying his hand again with the Bastion as he trots his way all the way up here. Gonna have to keep an eye on what kind of angles that he has left up his sleeve. It's going to be Gumby's trying things again with the Roadhog. That's a... Oh my... He's going to try what he can do through here, but it's going to be Bastion setting himself all the way around. The barrier going to finally be breaking through. Maywall going to hold things up, but it looks like they want to set themselves all the way around. But UTA is quick on it. They're resetting the positions again. Trying to keep this Bastion alive at all costs is the goal. Daz cut off here. He's going to look for that charge. Not actually going to be able to land, but IIT approaching the fight from all angles. Can they hold that Bastion safe? It's going to be looking like the answer is yes, in fact. But they are being closed off to the point as IIT starts to cap them. It's only going to be the Sigma actually able to touch through here. The Pharah being enough of a nuisance there for IIT that they're not able to actually match up against that. IIT definitely going to be important for them to call out the shots, to call out target priorities. Here especially. These kind of games, maybe like a Winston or a Sniper might be more efficient, just to be able to like keep those sedentary targets, especially a Bastion, at bay. But it's going to be IIT going right through the hotel, but the Pharah ult going to be actually landed for pretty much the extent of it, almost able to take out all of the members of IIT pretty much instantaneously with that, and they hold once again. Looking like only Ho Medic had expended her ult, so it's going to be IIT still with a little bit enough time to still make some decisions here if they want to be opting for any changes. They're looking like they're just trying to force their way through the hotel and try to be calling out targets one by one, but they're switching themselves around here. Defera just landing so much free damage here. I just don't see the logic behind this madness for IIT. They don't want to be addressing this issue yet. Maybe they're just trying to force their situation in through here, but as long as they have the Sigma alive, it's just going to eventually have things fall down in time. It's just a matter of time for the DPS to break through that. And I think this is now already the second or maybe third ult we've seen. It's going to be Blade Banana going to be having a delayed respawn here. A minute and a half, just a minute and a half left here for the Hawks. And again, if Ultra Polito just keeps landing that much free damage, that's just what's going to build up her ult. It's going to be Bladed Banana finally going to make the decision to transition into the McCree. Does he have the answer to respond to that, though, against the Pharmacy? It's going to be Bladed Banana landing a couple shots, landing a couple to 78, 70, 80 health, holding off IIT's members, but they're actually going to be trying to siege themselves all the way up here onto point. IIT is all over the map. You get lost or you get caught behind, you're in trouble. It's going to be Bladed Banana trying to do what he can. He's got a lot of members available here, but the mortality field is holding strong. It's going to be finally IIT able to start breaking down a couple members. He's right-click McCree coming in through here. Is that's going to be enough? IIT spending so many resources just to keep themselves alive here. It's going to be just McCree falling down. McCree taking down the Baptiste as well as the Mercy. IIT finally able to cap. Just Farah alive. Is she going to try to look for a hero play? I don't think so. They're going to concede that point for sure. Surely. Yep. And there it goes. With just over 30 seconds, IIT's got now 3 minutes to get their payload all the way across. And, you know, in situations like these, this is all about IIT making sure that they don't waste their time. I think they've learned their lesson throughout holding out through this first point that Farah is going to be a problem for the Hawks. Gumbies is going to be falling down, taking too much damage there in the front line, not having the support of his team as the payload is only just getting itself across the point. The Maywall actually not going to be able to follow through, and IIT and UTA wants to push their advantage ahead, sending themselves right back onto the point. Brief Cool K only going to be the one standing. But the Rockets are going all the way through. It's only going to be the tanks available. The IIT does not have the damage to come through. They're going to be going all the way around the hotel. We'll be finally taking down Gumbies. Brief Cool K looks like he could be next. They're coming away through here. They're going to be making quick work of Reacher Shield as they look to collapse the Maywall, holding her in place. And I literally just said don't waste your time, but IIT not heeding the words correctly. Going to have to wait back at this respawn and having to go through a different approach for sure. It's going to be McCree, though. They're rejoining with his team, coming back all the way around. May is going to have to read on that a couple of IT members are coming from across, but do they have to read that the Farah is still around there? McCree's going to be looking all the way around for an ult of his own. He's going to be launching it. They don't have the barriers through. It's going to be able to get it onto Lucio. That's going to be a crucial spot, as Lucio did not have ult yet. So, not too critical, but Ochoplito stuck here inside the hotel. IIT's quickly to reestablish themselves onto the point, and a nice flank play there from IIT keeps UTA off, catches UTA off guard, and they start to push themselves forward here. The McCree ult only finding a Lortler there from UTA, but nevertheless efficient enough to at least scatter a lot of members from UTA all over. Gumbies with a nice 3-man ult flank. Who is going to be any members cashed out? It's going to be Celeste getting the Doomfist pick, forcing Bladed Banana to fall here, but forcing the May Cryo. But IIT is quick to be trying to press their advantage here. Shockwave Q. Celeste not able to break through those shields, and it's going to be an unfortunate freeze there from May. Dez. Very clutch plays there, 2 times in fact, with not only the Cryo ult, but also able to freeze that Reaper before the extent of the full damage is able to come through. 30 seconds here left. IIT's got a chance for one more play. No room for error here for the Hawks if they want to be able to keep this game going, or we're going to be looking at a match 3. It's going to be Gumbies getting his way all the way across here. He's going to have ult once again available. He looks like he wants to get it, but he can't get it through lag. Sigma trying to land the knockup. Things are going all over the map. Bladed Banana trying to get some picks on his own, but falling down, finally down to the Woomy. And only going to be Celeste available. Doesn't have my hopes up too high. Overtime, he's going to be probably the last member staying alive. Finally falls here. It's going to be overtime. Hitting the bell here, and yeah. Unfortunately, the double barrier too strong. That coordination just... the IIT needs to really think of, I feel, needs to readjust their strategy if they want to be able to run that McCree comp and be able to have that play that double barrier effectively. Maybe like a Hammond or something to like displace the members out of the shield, or I keep saying Farah, but I keep saying Sombra, but no one wants to do that, so I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we see that time and time again. It's just IIT just unable to coordinate or have a decent strategy, I guess I would say, in terms of being able to counteract that double barrier for McCree. And yeah, taking too much time on the first point for and giving free access for Fair to just be able to build up so many ults. I think that game for sure. We're going to be going into the third and final map, though. Let's take ourselves back into the map lobby. It's going to now be a 1 and 3 loss there for IIT. UTA right back onto the map. And on-air talent is just me today, not caretaker. Looking like IIT has actually determined that the third map that they have decided is going to be Havana. I don't really talk about Havana too much, so I am also blissfully unaware of all of the angles and semantics and strategies that are behind that map. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back, Game 3, UTA, IIT tied at 1, going to third and final game of the day. IIT. Oh, sorry, I was muted the entire time, so I didn't even realize. Uh, yeah, I was just pretty much talking about IT having a tough time against this pharmacy comp. I'm not sure if they were able to get it through here. They try to do to McCree to be able to finish it off. A McCree combo to get themselves through here. Sigma Oka going to hold the members all up in the air to shred right through that damage. The Dez will fall though finally to Celeste. IIT looking like they're trying to at least force themselves to this point here, but the double barrier here is going to be enough. Only Shockwave Q available here. He's going to walk right in front of that, and that's going to be another full clear. Pretty much a team kill there, in fact, for the Hawks, with only the Gumbies left alive here. Minute and 23 here. UTA, if at this rate, you know, this might be one of the quicker game threes that we might have seen for the Hawks. It's going to be trying to do what they can with the Mei, but Ultra Polito still at the ready with her ult available. IIT trying to do what they can, but almost all of the members already taken right out. Going to have to retreat instantly all the way to the back line. But now the ball might be on IIT's court, as the Celeste there with that ult pretty much only has one shot at this in order to make sure that he can get the kill that they need to be able to advance the payload past the first point for sure. Keeping our eyes on Ultra Polito though. That backline access that they have is not able to keep the members that healthy yet. They're trying to see what they can do. Gumby's trying to just desperately hold on into the point. He's going to finally fall down to Dez, but the angle from there is just not enough, I think. 20 seconds left here onto the point. IIT, not much room left. I don't even know if they're going to be able to get themselves onto the point, to be quite honest. They're going to try. It's going to be the Gumbies trying to charge his way right through the point. Alchemisto is going to be hovering around here. Dez has this angle. Can he do anything more about it? It's going to be Dez here trying to see what he can get the pick as he sets himself up in turret form, able to kill the Gumbies before that shot goes through, but the Baptiste, but the Dragon ult from Celeste not going to be enough, and he's going to be finally taken down by a couple members here. Overtime going to be just enough to do it, and UTA making a strong showing here, bringing this to round 1 completion. Getting ourselves now onto point 2. It's going to be IIT now on the defense and UTA on the offense. Bladed Banana going to try his hand at the Bastion as well. But looks like Celeste is already making a couple picks of his own. Bladed Banana there not getting healed enough and going to be falling down to Tomato Lord. There's going to be a quick revive there from Home Medic just to try to keep the members alive. A little bit of lag. Bladed Banana just trying to heal it up, but the Moira coming in from the backline makes quick work of this. IIT, not too much of a chance. Going to try to be able to land a shot where they can. They're going to get a nice couple picks here onto the Mercy, in fact. Wow. Celeste popping off here. IIT able to still hold strong with about 2 or 3 members just to keep themselves onto that point. IIT's trying their hand at this angle for sure, but this choke point is definitely going to be interesting to see if IIT has as much success as it. It's going to be more trying to use that ult to pretty good efficiency to pretty much clear out 2 members of there and 3 members there. I don't think IIT's got much of a chance here, to be frank. Finally able to break through the defenses of IIT as they pretty much have unimpeded access to get this first cap. It's going to have to be Gumby's on this Sigma. Going to try to do what he can. It's going to be a Celeste ult launched from downtown to do what it can. It's going to fall eventually. And unfortunately, IIT unable to get themselves onto here. It's going to be the victory coming in today for UTA. Well played today from both sides. I forgot to change it to map 3, but whatever. Dude, that coordination is so bad. Oh, man. Well, again, MVP definitely the game for UTA's DPS. Just definitely masterclass in terms of outperforming against IITs for sure. IIT just unable to, I guess, find a strategy that worked for them tonight, especially against that DPS lineup. The Fair able to build off a lot of ults. And then the Bastion setups, the rotations, I think IIT just wasn't able to have everyone keep up on the same page. And that's going to do it for us today. It's going to take us back here to the lobby. It's going to be a 0-1 victory here for UTA. And that will take the score now to 1-2 for tonight. Excuse me. And yeah, not too bright of a performance, to be frank, but I'm sure IIT's got a lot of work on, a lot of new strategies that we saw today being used from UTA that I think IIT just was got caught off guard in terms of having any prep for that. I think that's gonna be us for it. That's gonna be it for us today. There will be games at 8:30, but I am not confident if I'm going to be streaming that or not. But again, appreciate everyone coming here today on chat to or coming by to watch the stream today. Apologize for game 3 for a little bit of technical difficulty. I forgot that I had muted my mic earlier, but yeah, I'll try to make sure that I run some sort of mental checklist next time to make sure that that kind of stuff doesn't happen again in the future. It's going to do it for us today. Elvin Moy signing out. Thanks for watching, everyone.